Hey guys,
How are y'all doing today?
what y'all up to?
Got Linda and Wheatree and
Happy New Year. Happy birthday, Linda.
Jack, Glenn, Okla.
Glenn from Oklahoma, I'm guessing that's
Yeah,
what that
that's
means.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Jack
I
E.
think Rain. Um,
Rain, Miss Heidi. Heidi ho ho.
who else did I see?
We just give y'all
Uh,
a few minutes to come in here and start this new year off right. Basic to living.
got some peppermint oil.
Ha ha ha, that's a question
Okay,
mark.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure they've been talking to
They've
Jason
been
for
over
some
at Jason's
reason.
there. Yeah, Eileen and
Big Bear's been telling
Susan
secrets.
and Brad and
Uh,
Maureen.
yeah.
Cool.
Dean,
Y'all are gonna have
Alan.
to deal with us tonight. We got a major rainstorm going on outside right now. It's been raining since dinner
Irma
today.
says, got any peppermint oil? Boy, Big Bear knows how to throw it
To
now.
know how to have enough peppermint oil.
Are y'all sending plenty?
Oh,
That's the deal. Are we having troubles?
oh, I hope not.
Danny Wanda, Happy New Year. That's Dolphin Man,
That's
Trudy, Bob, Revelation, Lady Hathorn, Ginger,
you have to
Dawn,
read them faster than I can, 'cause I'm looking at
Connie,
it way over there.
Woodbine, Wendy, Big Bear. I know, Big Bear. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You just wanted to make me laugh. Ha
Yeah,
ha ha.
peppermint oil is a great thing. I'll tell
Oh,
you
it's
that.
awesome.
It's awesome.
Full spectrum survival. Catherine, Roxanne, I wear aprons. Donna,
Wow,
Simply
y'all.
Circus.
Quake
Amy,
Lake.
Quake Lake. Rita,
Amy,
Roma,
hey girl.
Amy Davis.
Yeah.
Rita, Roma, Tams. Tams
Yeah,
is
Rita says it's raining
overseas.
here too. Yeah, it's raining. It's pouring down here.
Big Bear said you have some peppermint oils there. Yes, I keep peppermint oil. I'm sorry,
Yep,
Twana, I do have peppermint oil.
yep.
So I'm seeing instead of he's not tacoing us
He ain't
anymore,
tacoing us. He's peppermint oiling
peppermint
us.
oiling us.
He's oiling us. All right.
That's pretty cool. Hello,
Oh,
Danny, one of the people I have seen. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you also.
And
Yeah.
it's some people are already into 2017. So
But don't talk about it because if the world ends, I don't want to know. Ain't that what you
yeah,
said, Jason? If the
yeah, he
world
said
ends, we don't want to
we
know. We
don't want
want
to
to
know.
wait and live through it.
Yeah, there's Farmer Meemaw said peppermint's
Yeah.
her favorite too. Oh, she already knows
Oh,
that secret too,
yeah,
obviously.
evidently. Okay, that's a thing to be talking about at the end of the year now.
Yeah, that's one of them cool things.
Yeah. All right. Man, everybody's popping in here. Well, I just wanted to let y'all know this will be our last live stream tonight. I hope that I hope that's not going to be disappointing to y'all. It's just that
Till next year.
I can't stretch this year no longer. I mean,
We can't.
so
Well, unless we want to go on again after Zach.
we could do that. We could
Well, I
have.
think there's somebody after Zach.
Oh, there is somebody after Zach tonight.
Uh,
Yeah.
but anyway, if we wanted to about 10, 11 o'clock go on one more time, we might could swing it. But otherwise, this is our
We could do it.
last
Yeah.
live stream till
Oh,
next
can I
year.
park my old camper over at your homestead? Dolphin Man says. Yeah, you just well come on. We're becoming a used car lot for
For
RVs.
campers.
Yeah, just leave your deed with us and your bill of sale and just keys. Just you know,
The bee lady.
we'll be more than happy to take it off your hands.
All right, Jason. We know we're fixing to get somebody back. You started it now. Going to hang out.
We're going to hang ours next to our Danny spoon.
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
I'm thinking she's talking about her wooden cutting board like ours. I
Yeah,
think
she
maybe
got
what.
one like we did, I believe.
Yes, and let me show y'all guys. I got this today.
Big Bear said he's going on after Zach. So you're going to get another episode this year, okay?
Wait.
Oh, get it right. I'll be reading it topsy-turvy.
Do y'all see that? Isn't that awesome?
Look at this one here. We had a subscriber come by the house today and gave us this for our Christmas.
Isn't that awesome? The first one she sent got broke in the mail, and I had to let her know. And they live, what, 4 hours or less
Yeah,
from
about
us?
about 4 hours from us here.
And so she said, when she told her husband, he said, never mind, we're going to pick one up and bring it to her. So he called the lady that made this for him. And Nikki and Fred came today and spent most of the day with us. And
Yep.
they're kind of like another one of our YouTube children, you know? So,
Yeah, we've adopted them like Amanda. I mean, they seem like, they just get along with us so well. It's really a nice plate. They did a good job
It's
on it.
beautiful. And he also brought me, he stopped and got this one on the way here at Cracker Barrel. He just kind of couldn't resist this one.
Ain't that nice?
I like to play in the dirt.
Yep.
And that kind of reminds me, I'm kind of missing Mr. Dirt a little bit.
Yeah, we kind of grew partial to John there. John's one of them kind that he can throw out the stuff and he can take it too. And that's what we like about him. There was never a dull moment with John. He laughed and carried on the whole time he was here. He eat candy and him and Wanda just.
Well, let me tell you what
Yeah.
he done. Not only did he leave the RV, which we know he's got to come back because he left the RV.
Well, he left me with the keys, though, so I
Yeah.
don't care if he comes back.
Well, that's good. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we know he left the RV. All right. He left me a whole pack of chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
Chips Ahoy, the soft chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, the soft, chewy ones.
The good ones.
Yeah.
He
I
left
can't eat them, but
the
she can have them.
Well, it's almost gone, but
Yeah, she keeps sneaking in there and getting her cookies out.
And there was something else. Oh, he left a video recording for Tommy at Off Grid Nation.
Yep. Y'all will have to wait to see this one because we can't show it till Tommy gets here and sees it.
Tommy has to see it first, and then we're going to show what Mr. Dirt left, and then we're going to show Tommy's
response and reaction to it and see what he does.
And we're going to put that up after the fact. We're not sure when Off Grid Nation's coming, but when he does, you guys will love this. Yes, my son is doing well. He was in a car accident. He was crossing the highway and a car hit him on the passenger backside and it flipped his car around and he ended up in the ditch and he thought he was okay. And even 15-20 minutes later, he was telling his sister everybody was fine. And then he grabbed his side and started bending over and started passing out on him. So the ambulance took him on and he had lacerations on his spleen. So they did that minor surgery that night, and he stayed in intensive care throughout the night, and he moved into a room. I lost track of days. Yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I talked to him last night.
Yesterday. And
he was doing great. He was getting ready to take maybe sleep some because in intensive care he had to lay on his back. And they were finally letting him get up and move around a little.
Yeah.
So he should be going home. If he didn't go late this evening, he'll go home in the morning because I think they were going to keep him at least 24 hours longer to make sure there were no complications. Yeah, but I thank everybody for all the prayers and everything that went on for his behalf.
Yeah, we're kind of just taking a chill time right now. We had dirt patching them here for 2 weeks and enjoyed all the company with them and had a blast.
Can I have your old tray
tractor when you get a new one?
Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah, she made the screen bigger so we can't see.
I'm having trouble reading some of the writing, but I can read most of it, and it gets a little bit one word on the side that I'm having trouble reading. So that's okay. We're looking at tractors.
We're looking at one. We're actually looking at a tractor for Wanda. It's more or less for her. So that she can get out and help me more than what she does, because my tractor, she's just not good on it. And we just want to make sure she's got something that'll operate good and it's real safe for her to operate.
And they say we're buffering on and off. We've had rain since right after lunch, and it's
pouring down here right now.
Some of it's pretty heavy at times, so if we buffer, that's probably the issue.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of it. But
okay.
So
but we've had dirt patching them here, for 2 weeks. We enjoyed our time together with them. Had Christmas with them.
And we took John with us to go get a rental car. Guess what? When we went to, where were we at this week that I figured out? I went by the bank, and when I got there, the lady was asking to see my driver's license, and I said, "Oh, here." And she said, "No, not that one. I need to see your new one." And I said, "I don't have a new one." She said, "Well, it shows here your license been out for 1.5 years." So The driving I've been doing for a year and a half was with no license.
No licenses.
So I'm spazzing over going to the DMV because, as you know, the DMV is like worse than a dentist.
Yeah.
And because my last few experiences with the DMV was it takes a long period of time, hours, and they're snotty and aggravating. And so we were looking at 2 to 3 hours in the DMV. We dropped Mr. Rain off. He got his rental car, Mr. Rain. We dropped Mr. Dirt off.
Mr. Dirt, not Mr. Rain. You might want to be down here though, Mr. Rain. I don't know.
And we left, and we were in there less than
about 15 minutes.
15 minutes. When we walked in, they have it all organized now. It's not chaotic. They call out numbers. People walk up. And each one of them split into whichever. Like if you need a passport, if you need a driver's license, if you're renewing a driver's license, and all of it was awesome, y'all. It took time. We walked in, got a number, and sat down less than 15 minutes, and I was out the door.
We were out the door.
The best DMV visit I've ever had in my life.
What she's not telling you is I drove by the front door. I made her jump out while I went and parked because people were starting to pile in, and she actually got to be about second or third in line.
Yeah, I think I was third.
Yeah. But yeah, that kind of turned out pretty good. We enjoyed that.
And American Homestead, yeah, dirt and rain make mud. I agree.
They do.
That's it. If we had Mr. Dirt and Mr. Rain, I'm sure there'd be a lot of mud.
There'd be a lot of mudslinging here.
Or either something else.
Oh, yeah. It was bad enough with me and John, but if you added Patrick in with the deal, ain't on what we'd liable to end up with.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we had the most fun. He's a lot of laughs now. All right.
Yeah, Doc, she couldn't do the DMV online because she let her driver's license lapse for over a year. They won't let you do it online.
And I had renewed it online. No? Yeah, I had renewed it online the last time. And I think in Mississippi, you can only renew online once, and then you have to go in the next time. And then I can renew it again. It's every other time you can renew it online. And
they want to know that you want them for 4 or 8 years. So we took 4 because we didn't know if we'd live 8 years. And we didn't want to have our money. You know?
Yeah, I told him 4 years. I'm surprised you didn't have to take a drive. We
really figured she was going to have to take the test again. She took her birth certificate or...
I took birth certificate, marriage license, bills that had my name on it.
Social Security card. We went prepared.
I was prepared. If they had asked for anything, I was going to be dragging it out.
Mr. Rain said his dad just purchased a new tractor.
What kind?
What kind?
Because we're looking at all kinds.
We're looking at all kinds of different tractors. There's just pros and cons with all of them. So we're trying to figure out what'll best suit her, you know.
Big Bear said his license is good till he's 65. Good Lord.
Good Lord. What did you do?
He must have paid.
You must have bought your sportsman's license. You must have bought a sportsman's license.
I don't know about a driver's license. He paid about $500.
I don't think you can do it here. You might can do it in Georgia, but you can't do it here.
Why would I get a new one? I drove almost 2 years. Should have saved for a tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't think about it because when Danny and I got married, my license, I'd had it almost 2 years, and we went and had my name changed.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about it. I was thinking in my mind that they renewed it for 4 years, and I still had a couple of years, so I didn't even think about it until they said something. I'm going, but we haven't been married but a little over 3 years.
Right.
And I'm thinking, man, why 4 years? And then when I went and looked, I remembered she would not renew it because she said I had to wait till the 2 years was up on the 4 years I had, and then I could come back and renew it. It's just
Big Bear said his was free.
I don't know how. He's in the service. Do you get a free license?
Yeah, Tam says she has hers for 10 years. I'm not paying the DMV for 10 years worth of license. I'm not paying them for 8 years worth of license. I'll pay them for 4 years because I may die before then, and I do not want them to have my money. That's just the way. I won't pay nobody. I won't pay my land taxes on time because I don't want them to have my money.
He waits till
I'll wait
a month or two
I'll
later.
wait a month or two later and make them wait.
He's just bad, y'all.
That's just the way I am.
And y'all, we actually have video of Julianne saying y'all on purpose.
Yeah, she actually slipped up and just let it happen.
By the time she left, she could say, y'all, it just flowed fluently. She didn't even think about it, but all three of us, John, Danny, and I, caught it at the same time and just turned around and looked at her.
Yeah.
And I have it on tape.
Yeah, Jason said it is a combat veterans license. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool that your state will do that. I don't know if they'll do that here or not.
I don't know.
Jack says theirs will last for 8 years in Missouri, or is that 6? That's 6 years in Missouri. He said his will last for 6 years. They're only good for 4 years in Mississippi. Mississippi's a bunch of tightwads and a bunch of snotheads when it comes to
what you can and can't do.
What you can and can't do. And we went in there, and those people at that DMV office was like little robots. They didn't smile. Their facial expressions didn't move. They sit there like little statues. All they did was move their hands.
Yeah. It was she was just very monotone, and her facial expressions were blank.
Yeah.
And just said, okay, I need, mainly all she wanted was $25.
That's basically it. She just wanted her money.
She didn't ask for any paperwork. She didn't tell me I had to do anything. Well, yeah, she did. She said, stand in front of that curtain.
Yeah, she said, stand in front of that curtain, please.
Okay, go have a seat.
Yeah, have a seat. We'll call your name. It's sound like a computer.
King.
That was it.
That was it. That's all she said.
All
right, Danny, New Holland, cab, heater, the works. He's getting soft.
Oh, well, I would look now. I wouldn't mind having a cab, but I don't need a heater. I need an air conditioner.
Jennifer Stanley, you're supposed to be on vacation. Just exactly where are you? I thought you were going to be in the mountains somewhere. No, Colorado in a cabin. Where were they going?
I don't remember. They were going somewhere, though.
All right, Jennifer, are you watching us while you're supposed to be on vacation? That's pretty cool.
Don't do your vacation with us now. That's just wrong.
Well, the Dirts did.
Well, they did. They did.
Oh, that's pretty nice. I think that's really good.
Happy New Year from South Louisiana. Wow, Shane. Yeah, it's Shane. Okay, my eyes are bad. I've been having a lot of problems with my eyes, y'all. I'm about to lose vision in my right eye.
This is a different Jennifer Stanley than J&J Acres. Okay.
Okay,
I was wondering about that.
We got 2 Jennifer Stanleys now.
Now we're going to mess my mind up then. Okay, well, J&J Acres is enjoying a trip off somewhere.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly where, but I do remember him telling us he was headed out of town for a while.
Oh, Suburban Hillbilly said they loved our video today. They went to Tractor Supply yesterday. That was actually our first trip to Tractor Supply Company. We had never been before. We had no need to go because our little co-op here handled everything.
Probably what, about how many miles?
It's about 20, 25 miles.
It's not a long ways. It's just that we never go and never have been. And probably won't go again till we need cattle panels.
Yeah, it'll be a while before we go back.
Most everything was pretty expensive compared to what we pay here.
Especially feed-wise. Their feed was a lot more expensive than what ours is here. Yeah, Brad said Rural King is better than Tractor Supply. I've heard that, but we don't have any Rural Kings here either.
I don't think we do.
We're one of the fortunate places that still has a mom and pop feed store.
Yeah. Actually had 2, but one closed this past week.
Yeah, her husband got cancer this past week and they had to close their store down.
And we really enjoyed going in there, but the other one is probably the feed store here.
Yeah.
And their prices are comparable. If we drive, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
There's another feed store that would be a little bit cheaper. So, whether we can get it local or drive, we're going to pay in gas, or we're going to pay in
gas and wear and tear. Yeah.
So we usually just frequent our mom and pop stores, and we have some good friends in there, and it's usually the highlight of our day to go in there. So.
Yeah, Don says, Happy New Year, Danny and Wanda from South Padre Island, Texas. Well, Happy New Year to you, Don.
Yeah. And if y'all see me looking this way, it's because I'm looking at the TV over here.
We've had to move our monitor around a little bit.
I'm watching TV while I'm talking to y'all. No, my monitor's over there, and it just helps having it a little bit bigger so that I can read it. And Danny's trying to read the little stuff over here, and it just messes with your eyes trying to read a small screen.
Yeah. Brenda, we don't have Blue Seal feed.
No.
We don't have that here. We just got the plain old Purina, and we have a Just a plain corn feed that comes from Macon, Mississippi. I mean, there's a big mill up there where they get it from, so we don't. Everything's kind of just plain here. That's what we don't get the big, what you call it, the big box store stuff. We don't get that.
No, we looked at it in Tractor Supply, but
Yeah.
I guess it was probably about maybe about $1 or so higher.
It's $1 and something a bag higher than what we've been paying.
Yeah, for what in a mom and pop store, so we were okay with that. We just didn't buy any feed.
Yeah.
And the cattle panels, we got started down the road. The wind was blowing so hard.
The wind was blowing about outside, 40 miles an hour.
But every time you go to the coast, that's what it is. The wind blows.
Wind always blows on the coast.
Down there, like all the time. And the way they put the cattle panels in, not far down the road, the wind kept catching them. So Danny had to go retie and pull them in tighter.
Yeah, they actually folded them up in the back of the truck. Good thing we had them tied or they'd come out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, y'all, if y'all have not voted, y'all need to go on Facebook, join the Frugal Family Food on Facebook and vote for Deep South Homestead.
Yeah.
All these other channels are getting way ahead of me, I think, because I haven't advertised as much as everybody else has.
Well, it's I kind of feel like it's not really a fair deal. I mean, I'm just being honest, because you got to be in a group in order to vote, and I don't think that's really right.
But y'all have to go join the group.
Yeah, just kind of minimize the screen, go over to Facebook or whatever you got to do, and sign up to vote on that and vote for this woman here, because she, you know.
Miss B Lady said she voted. Dee said she voted. And you can vote for more than one. I did find that out. Carol said she voted. I didn't realize that, but the way I was looking, I saw several people's pictures show up on several of them. So I said, you know, if you go on there and you voted, say you went and voted for one of the others, you can go back and add mine again. Life and Farmland's one of them. If y'all went and voted for Eric, go back and vote for me too. Just saying. Eric, I'm trying to help promote, and if you voted for me, go back and vote for Eric.
I got to answer some questions. We got to. One of them, the cattle panels that we got. The question was asked, what we're going to use them for. We're going to actually cut them lengthwise in half because they're 52 inches tall, and we're going to actually use them to stick in the ground for our English peas to run up on, because one 16-foot panel will give us 32 feet if we cut them in half. Mm-hmm. We'll be able to use them in our garden for our English peas, and we're going to keep adding cattle panels till we get enough to actually do our whole garden out of cattle panels. And then once the English peas is done, we can pull the English peas off of them and take the cattle panels up and use them for something else. And every year, because they're cattle panels, we'll have them every year to stick back in the ground and reuse. So it's actually, English peas is something that we really eat a lot of here, and they do extremely well here.
Yeah, we want to plant a lot. It's the Frugal Family Food on Facebook.
Yeah. And Eric was saying something about 8 foot of them hanging out the back of the truck. Well, we have a 5-foot bed, so we had to double them up a certain way. If you've seen the video, you'll see how they doubled them up and actually put them in.
Big Bear wants, what do you have planned for the next year, Mr. President?
Oh.
Solemn president face.
Well, my fellow countrymen, we are going to be looking into doing some different things here upon the homestead. We're going to be trying to cut costs, cut expenditures, because the deficit has gotten to be way out of hand. And as promised in the campaigning about how we were going to cut spending this year, we're going to be doing things the hard way. By hand.
Exactly. Yeah, we're going on probably another, starting tomorrow. It's going to be one of those, we're not buying it unless we got to have it thing, because we've kind of spent a little more. We spent
a little bit more than what we should have.
Especially at Tractor Supply. We went in there. We didn't intend to do that. And over Christmas, we spent a little bit. We allowed ourselves to order a few things that we wanted, and nothing big, but just a few things that would help us this year. Danny got what is it called? A bench grinder? Table bench grinder?
A table sander.
Sander. Yeah. So that it would help his...
help me with making
the spoons. And
well, while we're talking about spoons, I'm going to have to tell y'all, I'm out of the lumber that that I've been using off of my homestead here that blew down during Katrina. I'm out of that lumber. All the new spoons I'm going to be making in the future, I'll have to buy the lumber to actually make the spoons. So the spoons are going to be a little bit more expensive in the near future. Um, just want to give y'all a heads up on that. So if you see any new spoons coming up on our site, they will be a little bit more expensive because now I have to buy the lumber. I don't just have it stored in my barn anymore.
What type of sander?
It is a table sander. It has a sanding disc and a sanding belt on it.
Somebody wants to know, can you grow tomatoes in pots and for tips? Yes, we've been growing some, but we didn't have the best luck with the tomatoes. We do better in the garden.
We do better in the garden with tomatoes. We tried growing tomatoes in containers this year. It just didn't work out that well. So we're going to be putting them back in the garden. But now peppers, on the other hand, are completely different. We use the 47-gallon containers. The peppers do fantastic.
Carol Hall says, be sure and show us all the ways to use our hands.
Oh, we will. We'll be using our hands and our back this year.
Says, how do you like the sander?
Don't know. I haven't used it yet. We just got it. So it's going to take a little while to figure it out. And when I do, I'll show a video of it so that y'all will know, how we're using it and what we're using it for. So. Okay,
so the guy that played the priest on MASH died, I guess is what Susan Sullivan is saying.
Yeah.
And somebody said they got a dehydrator.
Cool.
I thought about getting one. I wanted the Excalibur.
Yeah, she wanted the Excalibur,
but I just couldn't purchase that much right now.
Didn't have that much money to spend.
I decided to wait on the Excalibur, but that is one of our purchases eventually this year. Do a product review because he's in a market for one. Big Bear is.
Okay.
Yeah, Danny needed something that would work on those, make his life a little easier.
Yeah, the spoons are just getting too hard for me to make. They just take so much time. So I was looking for something that I could make those spoons a little bit easier with. And I still don't know that it's going to work. It's just one of those things that we're just going to have to wait and see. Yeah.
Dee said she got the juicer steamer for Christmas. I love mine. Now that juicer steamer comes in handy for a lot of things, not just making juices.
Oh, not just making juices. You can use it for a lot of things. Making chicken broth. I mean, it don't matter. Lots of things. Brenda says she loves her Excalibur. I mean, I mean, we're actually in the future we wanted to look into a freeze dryer, but we're just going. That's one of the things that we're just going to have to wait and see about because that's just a little bit too expensive. A tractor's more practical for us right now.
Yeah, the freeze dryer would be something that would take a long time to see a return, and the tractor's something we can use right now for the money and things like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Shane says, "Have you looked?"
Don't laugh. Have you?
You got the words half off of that. I'm gonna
have you looked at Pinterest for
ideas?
Oh, for ideas. Okay, it was run together.
Yeah, the words are run together.
Yes, I kind of go on Pinterest occasionally, and you can spend a lot of time on there and find all kinds of ideas that I don't have time to do anymore.
Yeah, everybody's been asking me to do a spoon making tutorial. I may get with Ricky Wallace from Wallace Knife Works and see if I can get him to make me actually it's a gouge that you use to help smooth the inside of the spoons out with. I may get with him to try to see if I can get him to make one of those for me because I'm really needing one of those to kind of help out with.
Big Bear. We asked him his cap key broke, and he said, no, it works just fine. Can you replace the plastic?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you can. The plastic tube on the juicer if it gets bad. I mean, you can probably go to the hardware store and buy that piece of tubing.
Love that door behind you, Danny. Actually, we had two that were on the other side of the room. That was one of them, and there's two doors like that. And he wanted a wood heater, so we took the two doors out. This was a giant.
That was a big 4-foot by 6-foot window.
Yeah. And so now we have one door instead of a window and no doors on the other side. We have a wood heater.
Oh, there's Ricky. He says he'll do it for me. Good. I need to get with you and maybe email you a drawing or whatever and see if I can come up with some kind of way to make that thing because I need something to help me smooth the inside of those spoons out because right now I'm having to sand them out by hand and that just gets a little time consuming.
Yeah, the door goes to the back to our deck.
And it goes out on about a 400 square foot deck on the back here.
So we're kind of.
Okay, we haven't actually talked about anything.
Oh,
here.
I wanted to thank everybody for the gifts and for the Christmas cards.
Yes.
I have forgotten all about our cards. I meant when we did the unboxing to mention the cards. I have a thing, y'all can't see it, I don't guess over here. I guess if I turn this, you see behind me right here? I've got cards everywhere. I did a little card, what you call it, a card, I don't know. Anyway, it's a piece of styrofoam that I'm sticking cards on, put it that way. And there's Off-Grid Nation.
There's Tommy. Tommy, we got a video here waiting on you, man, from Dirt. So you need to get here and listen to that video because you got to make one back in response to it. And they're asking me, have I ever thought about using a Dremel? I have tried to use a Dremel, but it doesn't do a good job. I've got all kind of bits for it, but it just they don't work good.
Yeah, and the cards have meant so much to us. We've got cards from one of them.
Gosh, we got cards from everybody.
The one was from overseas. I know that has.
We got one from Australia.
Yeah, we got them. They're just amazing. Some of the beauty in the cards, the words in the cards, the thoughts behind them, and the gifts. Y'all, we were just overwhelmed.
We were.
Dirt Pat, she kept looking at the gifts that were under the tree, and she goes, "Oh my goodness, it looks like a warehouse in here." But half of them were for her kids. But
there's Nikki said they made it home safely.
Oh, good.
I'm good.
We're glad.
We were worried about y'all and all the rain.
So we're very blessed to have all of y'all even show up tonight. You could be out partying and having fun somewhere, I guess. But
did Danny find somewhere to mount your dispenser? Okay,
Dot D, that's the paper dispenser.
Are you the one that sent the paper dispenser?
I thought I told you that.
No.
Okay, never mind, Danny. Dot D did.
Okay, yes, it's mounted in the barn. You'll see it inside my skinning room whenever my butchering room. Whenever I show a video out there, you'll see it.
Hello, Appalachia.
Appalachia's here. We had somebody here.
Some love.
We had someone here wearing one of your shirts today.
Yes, I put it on Facebook and she saw it. I'm trying to advertise for the Great Appalachian Homestead Conference in Crossville,
Tennessee.
May 6th. Danny and I will be there if the Lord's willing. If
the Lord's willing, we can make that trip. Yeah.
We would love to see anybody that wants to go head that way. Whether we make it or not, we'd love to see y'all bless Appalachia a little bit.
Yep.
All right. Bob's Homestead says, right one to party my way right. I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to have to shrink that screen if you're going to read all that.
Yeah, I miss one word on stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody was asking if Wheat Tree was okay. Yes, I saw that too. I was wondering if everything was okay with her. She'll let us know in a minute if she makes it back. Yes, the conference is May 6th in Crossville, Tennessee. And I think you can get in touch with Patera. She's selling the tickets, I think. I don't know what they are. It's just pouring down rain right now, so if it goes out,
it's flooding outside.
I just heard the bottom fall out. So
yeah.
But yes, we really appreciated Nikki and Fred today coming and visiting with us, and really loved that she had her shirt on, because I have one just like hers was pink.
Yeah.
But mine's blue, and Fred had on his Appalachia t-shirt, but his had the spelling on it.
Yeah.
So now we're down to videos.
We're down to videos today. So we
kind of talked about Christmas a little bit.
Yeah, we had a good Christmas with Dirt Patch and I'll say Julie and John and the kids. We had a real good Christmas with them.
Our woofer, Zoltan, came by. We invited him. He came by one day the week before, and we asked him, did he want to come eat with us on Christmas Eve. And he said, sure. And his dad was down, and we thought he was leaving a couple of days before, but he decided to stay, and he came over and ate with us. And then they busted firewood for us, which was really a blessing
Yeah.
to us. And so we've had a good Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And then Christmas Day, we just kind of chilled.
Yeah, we just kind of chilled.
And we ate turkey, and we ate turkey, and we ate turkey all week long. And today I made turkey gumbo. So we have finished the turkey finally.
Yeah, it's all over. And Jason was asking, have I thought about the sander, the disc sander? I've been using a hand grinder with a sander on it, and it's just wearing my arms out trying to do one of these spoons. So the new belt sander, the table belt sander that I got, it actually stands up and down in several different positions. It has a disc sander on the sides of it. It's a total package. So, you know, once I get a chance to get out and use it and try to make a few spoons, I'll be showing a video on that, showing how it works, and maybe doing a little bit of a review on it.
Wheatree, are you okay? She says she got a slice down her arm.
Oh, what were you doing to get a slice down your arm?
Put a cardboard box and cheese somewhere on the porch.
Oh.
I'm not sure what.
Yeah, just make sure you use some kind of.
It's a cat. I got you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I thought she was using a knife or something.
Okay, yeah, put some peroxide on it or something. Make sure, because cats carry all kinds of diseases.
Have you thought of using sanding
bit
and drill press?
Yes, I actually tried that. It just that it wobbles real bad, and I have a plunge router with a particular type of bit in the bottom of it, a bowl bit. I've been using that, and I think what it is, I need to go to the next size larger on the bit in order to make a real smooth cut, because that plunge router does a fantastic job. It's just that I'm looking for the most easy way to do this so I can turn out more spoons than what I'm turning out, because about 6 a day is all I'm able to get right now.
Oh, the Pratt family made it. Hi, Mike and Jenny.
Yeah, Mike and Jenny.
I enjoyed the kids' video.
Yes.
And you guys, if y'all haven't seen, the Pratt family's kids did a Through the Kids' Eyes video for us last week. It was awesome. They nailed it.
Yeah.
And we have one coming up somewhere around the 1st of January. I'm not sure yet. It's going to be J&J Acres kids are going to join us in Through the Kids' Eyes. So y'all be watching for that one. But the Pratt kids, they're just a bunch of cuties. They did a good job. How come I don't see Danny and Wanda? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, Mary. I don't know why you don't see us. I'm not just saying it's the best thing in the world, but it's.
Yeah. And I also saw Ginger Rose said it was raining there and it would rain for a couple of days. She's also here in Mississippi, so she knows what we're getting is a good bit of rain right now.
Yeah, Logan's Homestead wants to know, does the little marble peas have to be trellised? Yes. Mine, that's the only thing that we can grow here. These will grow, some of them will grow 3 to 4 feet tall.
They were nearly waist high on me last year.
They have to be trellised. If they grow good, they do. Now ours will grow up to almost 4 feet tall, so.
And some of them are saying they see us, and then somebody says YouTube. So, yeah, we've had issues.
Yeah, YouTube's getting to be where it's getting
I had to pull the video. Danny did a quick video this morning just to check, make sure everything was set up like it's supposed to. And right after it came up, I checked it, and it put the video there, but then it started over again. So it had the video almost twice on it. So I just pulled it this morning. I didn't have time to sit down and rework it and take half of it off and put it back up.
With the belt sander with 12-inch disc does a fantastic job for stuff like doing spoons.
I'm wanting to buy Comfrey. Should I buy seed or root? Well, Mr.
It depends on which type of comfrey you're trying to buy. Now, if you do block 4 does not grow from seed.
Yeah.
It only grows from the root. But if you saw block, was it 14 or 15, grows from a seed stalk. So, you know, that depends on which type you want. Now, we have block 4 here. Ours don't make seed. So we can propagate from the root, and it does fantastic here.
It's growing like crazy, and we're hoping to keep spreading it where we'll have a lot, because it's supposed to be good for so much, and the animals love it, and you can chop and drop it around your plants, and
It
it
does a
feeds them.
fantastic job. It's a great fertilizer, you know.
But we're hoping, you know, that it will get it growing in a lot of places before long. Probably can't kill it once
Well, you can't kill it once you get it going. I mean, because it just keeps propagating from the roots. So what we're going to be doing is propagating it around our fruit trees, and so that it grows up under the bottom of the fruit trees, and we can chop and drop the leaves around the fruit trees for added nutrition in the soil. And plus, it's actually a good thing to feed goats and different other animals. So we'll be using it a lot of different ways.
And We Tree put up your All God's Children channel. Danny's kind of neglected that last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we've been so busy
busy.
till I haven't had a chance to even think about it.
Hopefully next week he'll be back on track, and we'll start getting everything lined out for the new year. And I'm just not sure right now. We've got a lot of new ideas.
Yeah.
Or a lot of the same old ideas. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Solomon said there's nothing new under the sun.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's probably just an old idea that's been reinvented. So.
We'll probably just be doing videos that somebody somewhere has already made one time. We'll just do it deep south way.
Yeah.
Have you thought of making birdhouses to sell? He actually thought about making birdhouses that hang on the Christmas tree and doing those up to sell this year, but we just didn't have time.
We just didn't have time.
Eventually, he probably will try to make some for sale. We've thought about it. We just won't paint them. We'll probably just make them and maybe him burn the Deep South logo he's got on it, and then let everybody paint their own.
Yeah, Heidi's actually right. Once you have Comfrey, you'll always have it. You can't get rid of the stuff once it starts growing, which is not a bad thing because it's a real good, plant to have. Let's see, Logan said,
houses too.
What variety of Irish potatoes do y'all plant? We plant red Pontiac, and they're okay. We do the same thing here. We do the red Lesota and the red Pontiac here. And as a matter of fact, we'll be planting them in 4 to 5 weeks here.
Not long, because they're already sprouting in the cellar, and they're ready. They're wanting to be planted now.
Yeah, we'll be planting ours. And English peas, we plant our English peas the same time we plant our Irish potatoes. Maybe on a different day, but because of the moon, but we do plant them basically at the same time.
Yeah, I see Rena saying Tractor Supply is so expensive. I agree. Most everything was very expensive. Now the electric fence stakes that he got were like, what, $2?
Yeah, we actually got the electric fence stakes a lot cheaper than we could.
And in our store, they're $5. So $5 is just was really expensive, and we couldn't afford to buy a bunch. So when we saw them for $2, we decided that's the best deal.
Yeah, that's the best deal we had
got. The cast iron pot that he got, he'd been wanting a Dutch oven, and that one was half price of what we could have bought one here for. And what else did we get? You got a goat block?
Yeah, I got a goat. I got a block, a mineral block for the sheep.
Yeah.
You can't get them here, so I did pick up a mineral block for my sheep. So.
And then something else.
I just got a pin to go in my tractor. That was about it.
Yeah, that was about it. And then the cattle panels.
Cattle panels, yeah.
The cattle panels are cheaper than here. And the company here had quit carrying them because they have to buy such a huge.
Yeah, they had to have $5,000 worth of them, and they just couldn't afford to buy that. Okay, B Lady says, where's it at? What does Comfrey do for fruit? I guess that's saying fruit trees. It puts added nutrition back into the soil because the leaves are loaded with nutrition because the roots go so deep in the ground. They pull nutrition from real deep in the ground. In our soil, some of those roots will go 6 to 8 feet deep, pulling stuff up that's locked way deep down in the soil.
Susan says she has a wonderful idea about sharing that she wants to discuss with homesteaders after the first of the year. I think everybody's interested, Susan.
Yeah.
So when you get ready, you let us know.
Let us know. We'll be more than happy to work with you on
that. I think something about homesteaders, they just like to share. Sharing seems to be the thing. So if you got some idea that lets people share things, they're really pretty eager to jump on board with it.
Logan says, will we be getting the tractor? No, right now we're just shopping.
Yeah. We're not going to jump out.
I'm not jumping out and buying anything until I go look at all the tractors, because I do not make a fast decision. I take my time and look around, and I pray about it and ask the Lord what's the best deal and whether I need to get a new one or whether I need to get a used one. So right now we're looking at actually about 7 or 8 different brands. So we're going to, and we may not even get one. It just depends on if we come across the right deal or not.
Sending something from each area. Palmetto paratrooper. That's what Susan was saying.
Okay.
Yeah, and Danny and Julianne have a collaboration coming up in January. It's going to be, what'd you say?
It's the North.
Saturdays?
Yeah, on Saturdays we'll have a video coming up. Julianne will do one Saturday, and I'll do the next Saturday throughout the month of January. Mm-hmm. The differences between the North and the South.
And y'all, that's going to be a good video. I think y'all going to enjoy that. She and I did a Braid Girls, and yeah. I don't know when that one will go up, but sometime. And then Danny and I have one where we're working the strawberries, so that one will probably go up this week if we can get that one done. So we have several videos still coming up.
We got lots of videos coming up. Now, we didn't shoot a lot with Julianne and them, mainly because we just, you know, Julianne was extremely busy when she was here, so she didn't get much time to do anything other than work on her videos, but we did get some things shot with her. Mr. Rain, what brand of tractor are you partial? I'm guessing that says partial to because you got the screen cut off there.
He's not sure yet. He's had 2 or 3 different kind of tractors.
To be honest with y'all, I've looked at about 7 to 10 different varieties, and most all of them have Mitsubishi motors in them. They both, I mean, I've looked at the drivetrains on them. They're almost every one of them come out of India, or either they're made at a particular place here in the United States. I looked at the Yanmars, I've looked at John Deere's, I mean LS, I mean you name it, Nortrax, Kubotas, you just go down the list, Mahindras. I've looked at all these tractors, and predominantly most all of them have the same exact engines in them. There's a few of them that have some different engines in them, but as a whole, they, you know, the most of them have the same kind of engines. So I'm not really looking so much as a variety or a brand of tractor. I'm more or less looking at the reliability of the tractor. I look at the reviews on it, and I try to see if I can figure out, you know, what's the best, you know, piece of equipment to do what I need to do here. Because I'm not going to be rough on it. I have a big tractor that I can use to do my heavy stuff with. I'm mainly looking for a smaller tractor that Wanda can operate.
Yeah.
And it will be a diesel. It won't be a gasoline engine.
Yeah, American Home's a diesel.
Yeah, I don't even.
Detroit engine.
I won't even think about nothing.
What kind of engine that one had? We just.
Detroit's called a scream. I run Detroit engines for 15 years. The 53 series was called the Screaming Demons, and the 54 series. I mean, I'm very familiar. You can't tear them things up.
Should see the engagement ring. I was floored. I'm so blessed with my babies.
Somebody's evidently getting married.
Somebody's getting married.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Well, my niece got married today. She just she joined the, she's in the Air Force, and she joined a few months ago and met someone, and she's fixing to be deployed. So they went ahead and got married today before she takes off. So I was really shocked. I didn't know she was getting married till I saw the wedding pictures. Good plan, Danny, on the diesel.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do nothing but a diesel.
We already have one diesel.
I've got one diesel now. I can actually fill my tractor up in the spring, and I can run it all the way to the fall. It's got a 15-gallon tank on it. Doesn't hardly use any fuel at all, and I run it almost daily. I mean, it's the best mileage.
That's the cheapest, but I mean, it's just right around here for what he needs. But it's really, really a good tractor. It's just that it's too hard for me to steer.
Yeah, it doesn't have power steering.
It doesn't have brakes right now. He knows how to handle it because of the brake system, but I can't do it. I can drive it forward and turn it around and stuff like that, but I can't do a lot of twisting and turning, a lot of sharp turning. I can't go up and down hills real well because I'm scared of the rolling away with me. So we need something I can handle.
Thunder Ridge, I'm not sure about the dockweed. I do know the roots go extremely deep in the ground. I don't think the leaves have all the minerals in them that Comfrey has, because Comfrey seems to be the go-to plant for homesteading over the years that I've looked into it. So I mean, I don't know that I can answer that accurately or not.
Yeah.
I sold it. Susan said they sold a John Deere that was over 39 years old. I sold a
Oliver?
a 550 Oliver a few years ago to a
That
guy
was
in Texas
2 years ago.
2 years ago for parts, and it was my daddy's old tractor. Actually it ran. I just didn't need it anymore. Bob says the only thing about diesels there is the cold weather. Um,
It's not cold here.
well,
It don't
the
bother
ones I'm
me
looking
much.
at, some of them have heaters in the hoses, some of them have glow plugs. They have all these different things on them. So, if you have a diesel here, I mean, the worst it ever gets here is it might get down to 10 degrees every so often. But if it's that cold outside, I'm not going to be on the tractor, so I don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, Teresa, are you engaged or is it somebody else? I'm not sure. They're saying congratulations, Teresa, and I wasn't sure if it was she got engaged right quick or not. I'm assuming it's her.
Cool.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty awesome. Now, my tractor that I have now is an air-cooled tractor. And I love my air-cool because it doesn't matter how cold it gets. I don't have to have antifreeze. I don't have to worry about busting a hole in a radiator. And it's the simplest engine in the world to run. And it has very little maintenance on it. So, I mean, I love it.
Yeah. And another thing, we had Freedom Acres here this week. She's like our daughter here from YouTube. Danny started following Amanda almost the first couple of weeks after we started, and they chit-chatted back and forth about things she had going on. That was a year ago, and she's been here twice. She came during the summer, she came the other day, and we just y'all, she's the sweetest lady you guys would ever meet. And she and I walked off to the back, and she did her journey thing, and she showed me a little bit about Instagram because I am on Instagram now. I'm not doing real well with it, but I'm putting a picture up every now and then. And we had a lot of fun. She seemed to be, if we said something, she's looking at us kind of weird, and we have to think, okay, she's really young. She doesn't remember these things because she wasn't even.
She wasn't born when we were talking about a lot of the TV programs we were talking about.
It was kind of funny about, her not knowing the shows. And then all of a sudden she goes, oh, wait, I saw that on Nick at Night. And we just rolled because she was watching the replays occasionally. So that was kind of funny. And so we had a good time with her. That was, we're just enjoying having her here. And she'll come back in the summer again because she has family close by. And what else we got going on?
Well, it's Teresa's granddaughter.
Oh, her granddaughter. Okay, yeah. I was thinking Teresa was. I was going to say
she said she's never getting married again.
Well, I said that
Wanda said the same thing too till I came along.
If you find a Danny, it'll work.
It'll work, I'll tell you.
I'm telling you, I told them for 5 years I'd never.
I cast that magic spell on her, and she didn't have a choice after that. Yeah, like Brad here now, be going, yeah.
No, it wasn't the beard. It was.
It's what's up here. That's what she wanted.
What's right here.
She was more interested in what I knew than anything else.
I was more interested in his heart. That was
it's
pretty
failing
cool.
me, so you may get shafted on this end of it.
No, and you guys, I did the thing on our carrots. Our carrots are starting. They're beautiful. I don't know how well the video showed you, but it was awesome. The carrots on one end where he transplanted everything down to that end, they're real tall, bushy, pretty. The other end is half that size, so in a few weeks they'll be up pretty and looking good. And
we've been pulling a few of the carrots
I pulled a long carrot today.
Yeah, that thing must have been 1.5 inches in diameter and 6 to 8, or about 8 to 10 inches long.
It's about 8 inches, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was a big old carrot today.
And it was gorgeous. And I gave Melody, she was visiting us, I gave her about 3 before she left. And one video I do have coming up, it won't be tomorrow because I was wanting it up tomorrow for New Year's, was all the people that have visited Deep South throughout the year. I'm hoping I will find pictures of all of them or short video clips. And I may miss somebody. There's always this possibility, but I've been working on it. It'll come out probably, it won't come out Tuesday, that's his porch time, but I know Monday or Wednesday, somewhere along in there, I will try to have it up. It'll probably be close to Wednesday.
Ginger Rose wants to know, what about planting carrots in the spring? Well, we used to plant carrots in the spring, but the problem is when you plant carrots in the spring in the deep south, they go through the heat of the summer and they get bitter tasting. So we plant in the fall, and when they go through the winter time and we can harvest them in the spring, they're extremely sweet. The sugar content in them is a whole lot higher than they are in the summer. So it just depends on where you live at. If you live where it's extremely hot, then I would suggest planting in the fall through the winter and harvesting in the spring versus planting in the spring and harvesting in the fall.
And Nikki said she'll be getting back with me on the gluten-free stuff. Yeah, there's a lot that we have to do this all the time with the gluten-free. So I have several ideas, and you got a cookbook, so
yeah. Tim wants to know, is it okay to plant carrots now in North Alabama? I would hold off for just a little while longer because those carrots, unless you've got a way to put a hoop house over them, because when they first pop up, if it's extremely cold up there, they don't really need to go through that cold. You need to wait a little bit before doing it. Before the heavy freeze, you let the heavy freezes get past you. A frost is not so bad, but the freezes will get them. And Nikki Stanley says you're gonna have to help her with the gluten-free stuff.
I know, that's who I was just talking to.
Okay.
Carol wants to know, do I have a gluten-free sourdough starter? Oh, the sourdough starter that I have, it's been a while since I've made it, but you start it with potatoes and sugar. I don't think it has flour in it, but if it does, you should be able to use a gluten-free flour. I'll look the recipe up and I'll see if we can do a starter recipe sometime in the next few weeks. I'm not going to promise soon, but I will get it done shortly.
Yeah,
I have to write it down.
Mike says he's had real great success planting his carrots, but he wants to plant some next fall as an experiment. I think they would, depends on how cold it gets where you're at, Mike, but if it's, if it doesn't get too cold and you plant them in the fall, they'll actually do better in the wintertime because they're actually sweeter. Right. Everybody's starting to say Happy New Year's. Look, y'all, if you have any prayer requests, go ahead and throw them up right now so that we can see them. Because there's a lot of people out there that probably need some prayers, and we just want to make sure we get them in.
And she's a bottler. Happy New Year. Is it already New Year's there? I'm sure it is. And y'all, when we're off, y'all go see Zach at an American Homestead, and I think Big Bear said he's coming on later.
He's going to come on after him, yeah.
He's probably going to bring y'all into the new year, so if you want to stay up all night, Happy New Year, and then he's going to have us a
I'm going to go ahead
and y'all remember my son. Keep him in your prayers.
Yeah, we've only got a few minutes here, so. Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight, Lord. We just want to take this time and tell you thank you for having brought us through another year. Lord, it's been a trying year for a lot of people. There's been a lot of tragedies this year with different ones, and Father, but there's also been a lot of good successes this year. And we want to focus on the positive things of this year, and we want to be able to say thank you for just being so good to us now. And there's a lot of people, Father, that's hurting and that have sicknesses, Lord, that need your special touch, and we pray that you would grant them that. And Lord, we want to pray for our country this upcoming year as we go into a new year and new president. And Lord, we just pray that it'll be a good year for us as a country. And Father, for all the people on this channel here, I just want to lift each and every one of them up and their prayer requests before you, and just ask that you would look upon those and heal them. And Lord, just answer them in a way that will glorify you and your kingdom and also meet their needs now. And Father, we want to tell you we love you and we appreciate you, and just thank you for the generosity and the blessings of all the people who subscribe to us and take the time each day out of their life to watch our videos now. We just want to thank you for them and for what they mean to us now, and just thank you for giving your son to die for our sins, Lord, so that one day we can share eternity with you now. We just want to ask these things in thy name. Amen. Okay, y'all. Make sure you get over to Zach's and American Homestead and show him some love, and just watch him and enjoy his channel, because we'll be headed over a little while later and check him out and see what he's got going on. I want to tell y'all how much we appreciate you and how much we love you, and thank you for all the gifts that was sent to us this year and all the cards. And for each and every one of you being on here tonight, thank you for that.
Thank you for sharing the last of this 2016 with us. We know this is our last live stream for 2016.
So
thank you.
Thank
God
y'all
bless.
so much, and God bless each and every one of you.